The second point is length of work sessions. When you're doing your work, keep your work sessions short, okay? Keep them 40 minutes or less. What's the reason for this? The reason is, basically, research shows that the human brain is not very good at concentrating for long periods of time. So what you want to be doing is doing your work in short, focused bursts. We're all familiar with the stereotype of someone sitting at the desk with matchsticks propping up their eyes. And there's definitely an idea that doing work or revising has to be some sort of enormous slog. But actually, short bursts, more like a sprint than a marathon, are the way forward. In fact, when I say 40 minutes, when you're doing really intense work like learning, which requires a lot of kind of effort on your part, go even shorter. 25 minutes is perfectly acceptable. Even shorter than that, 15 minutes when you're waiting for the bus. Test yourself or have a look at your summaries, or make use of short periods of time, but work in an intense and focused way. So short sessions, but between the sessions have long breaks, right? There's no such thing as a 5-minute break, okay? People like to kid themselves that they can just take a 5-minute break and get back to work immediately, or just 5 minutes afterwards. Life doesn't work that way. It's always 10 minutes at least, so just be honest with yourself. Give yourself 10 minutes and take a proper break. Get away from your desk and rest properly. Final tip for doing work generally is keep moving around. Again, studies show that work is retained better by the brain if you keep doing it in lots of different places. So maybe try to find lots of different places that you can go and do a little bit of work. Different places in school or university, different friends' houses possibly, or relatives' houses, your grandmothers, your uncles, whatever, where you can just go and just do a few little sessions, a little burst here, a little burst there, find a favourite cafe, find a favourite corner in the library. So keep moving around, and studies show scientifically that you will remember it better. Okay, so the third thing third really important thing to get right is your timing during the exam. Now, again, this sounds like an incredibly obvious point, but unfortunately a lot of people mess up their timing, and if you mess up their timing, you are going to mess up your exam. Even if, for example, you fail just to get your conclusion written in an essay, you are going to lose quite a lot of marks. And it's a real shame, because it will really damage your score. So what's the solution to this? Basically, plan your timings before going in. Plan how long you're going to spend choosing your questions and planning your answers. And then work out the timings so that you know that by 20 past 10 I need to be starting essay 2. By 10 to 11 I need to be starting essay 3. Work it out before you go in. Stick to your timings like glue. You cannot afford to go over, because the cost of messing up is just so great. And the other thing I'd say is aim to finish the exam 2 minutes before the end. The reason I say this is you need to allow yourself a margin for error, so that if you mess up, you've still got 2 minutes leeway. Because the problem is, it's better to finish 2 minutes earlier than 2 minutes later, because if you finish 2 minutes later, you don't get that last part of the question done, you don't get your conclusion written, and that is going to spell trouble for your overall result. Okay, and one final little bonus tip I'll say about exams is never talk to anyone about the exam, either directly before the exam or directly after the exam. We all know why. If you talk to people before the exam, there's a real chance that they will know stuff or be talking about stuff that you haven't revised, or that you're not familiar with, or that you feel that you should be more familiar with, so you just get nervous. And obviously, if you talk to people after the exam, then chances are they will have written something that you haven't written, or have an idea that you didn't think of in the exam, and you'll feel bad about it. But in reality, perhaps you've both done very well. There's more than one way to do well in most exams. And it's just going to make you feel bad and feel guilty. So don't talk to people either before or after the exam. So those are my 3 tips. Get your learning time right, give enough time to learning. Length of work sessions, keep them short but with long breaks in between. And also your timing during the exam, get the timings right during the exam. And those are what I think are the 3 most important things that students need to do in order to do well. Last year I wrote a book called Study Skills Essentials. Oxford graduates reveal their study tactics, essay secrets and exam advice. It's available on Amazon and other booksellers, both in paper form and electronically. You might also like to check out my website, www.oxfordstudyskills.com. That's oxfordstudyskills.com. And the thing about the book and the website is that it's not just my ideas, it's the ideas of about 20 of the smartest people I went to college with. And I learned a lot writing the book, putting the book together, compiling it. And I think that there's a lot of good material in there that could be useful to students towards the end of school or high school and during university. So thanks for watching and good luck in your exams, and let me know in the comments what you think and if there's anything else that you'd like me to talk about. Okay, thanks for now and good luck.